You are watching another podcast. This is the Liverpool Player Ratings season 2022 to 2023 as well. Looking forward to this one, rating all the players as well in the squad. I'm basing it on 5 appearances and more. It has to be 5 either in the league or just 5, i.e. which add up into Europa League or you know what I mean, Champions League, etc. So at least 5 appearances for the club. That's what I'm basing it on. And yeah, looking forward to this one. So please get involved. Please comment away as well. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, all the good stuff. But most importantly, let's just enjoy the show. Good evening, everybody. Welcome back to the channel. How is everyone this evening? Normally at 7 p.m. on a Thursday, it's the Premier League prediction show, but obviously the season has ended. So we are doing our Liverpool player ratings for season 2022-2023, which is the season that's just ended, of course. Like I said on the intro, it's going to be at least 5 appearances, whether that be in the league, FA Cup, League Cup, Champions League, etc. As long as they've got at least 5 appearances, then we'll be giving them a rating. Anything below 5 appearances, then they just won't get a rating at all, and we won't cover it. Looking forward to this one, and I've got a good guest waiting backstage, so let's introduce him first and foremost. We've got K-Mac. How are you doing, mate?
I'm good, thanks. Evening, everyone. Hope you're all well out there. Looking forward to this show.
Me too, mate, and thank you again for coming on. You've been on a few times now, so it is appreciated, mate. So hope you're well as well.
Good, mate. Good.
Right, okay, let's get through some of these comments and then we will get into it straight away. I'm looking forward to it. So let me just go through a few comments. We've got Haley in. Good evening. Good evening to you, Haley, as well. Hope you're well. Daz, big up Statman chat. Hope you're all well today. All good, mate. I think you messaged me last night saying that you're off until Tuesday, mate. So enjoy your long weekend. I hope you're getting up to something decent. Big up Daz. Gary's in. Tally ho Steve. Big up yourself. Hope you're well. Marcus is in. Big up yo. Big up Marcus. And hope you saw K-Mac 10 told you it was 35 million. Yeah, it's 35 million as an upfront fee. I mean, obviously there's these rumours, K-Mac, that potentially could reach up to 55 million in add-ons. I don't know how true that is, but I mean, is 35 million, as far as we're aware, that's just the initial fee, isn't it?
Oh God, if you want to talk about that, I can talk about that all day. Like, that is an absolute bargain of the century.
Yeah.
Like, he's a 70 million pound player that we got for 35 million. Like, what?
It's crazy. It's crazy.
You can thank Adam Lallana for that, probably.
But when you look at it, as much as we want to, obviously Jude Bellingham, of course we did, but when you think about it, obviously McAllister, potentially Thuram and Kone, and maybe a Lavia, you're probably only talking for them 4 players.
Lavia.
Potentially, though. I mean, obviously he's been scouted, mentioned anyway.
Like the McAllister deal, like, we had his dad at the ground in February. And we found out about that deal because this is, if there's any Arsenal fans in, sorry, but we found out about that deal because of Arsenal.
All right.
Because they were sniffing around Caicedo and they went to Caicedo's agents. That all came out about Caicedo being available.
Yeah.
Liverpool asked about Caicedo, and then they found out that McAllister had a release clause. So they just tied that up instead and left Caicedo.
Yeah, I mean, but even so, if you discount Lavia, even that, I mean, Thuram and Kone and McAllister for a combined, 120 million, possibly, in that 3 players for the price of 1. It's a no-brainer, isn't it?
Thuram's dad was shown around Anfield by Thiago a couple of months ago. Like, we've literally done all the groundwork on all these players. Kone, George Smack's son, is a scout. at the club he's at.
And
like that's a £27 million deal that's getting done. Van de Ven, George Smack signed him in the first place. So he's another player. Then you've got Ziegler, who's that goalkeeper that George Smack signed. He's also being linked with us. All of the people that are getting linked with us have got links to loads and loads of things around Liverpool and what's been happening with players and managers, and it all makes sense. It's the way Liverpool do things.
Yeah.
It's the way Liverpool used to do things, actually.
Yeah.
And I'm just so excited. So excited about it.
And I mean, the thing about Kone as well, obviously, when he had his trials at Paris FC, he said he was a Liverpool fan. He wore a Liverpool shirt.
Turned up in a kit.
Yeah, he turned up in the kit. So I think the Kone one will be the third deal after, obviously, I think we'll get Thuram sorted first, then Kone, because Kone, I think that'll be pretty much straightforward. He's dealing with his son at the end of the day. He could just say, well, I'll give you 50p and I'll give you the rest in add-ons to make it up. You know, I think that'll be an easy deal, to be honest, won't it?
I think one's going to happen, which nobody sees coming either. And I think it's going to be Dominic Szoboszlai, who plays for Leipzig, and I think the Viega kid is a smokescreen. Yeah. Everyone thinks we're going for Viega, and we're tying that guy down. He is unbelievable.
Yeah,
unbelievable. He's 22 as well.
22.
Hungarian international. He's their captain. He literally dragged them to the World Cup, if you remember.
Yeah, he's got a 70 million release clause though, from what I'm hearing. So I don't know how.
53. Mo Chatra has talked about that. 53 million release clause.
Jesus, it's whether or not we're going to go for all these, and maybe if we do go for all these players, maybe Thiago and stuff like that, we may just let go. I don't know. Maybe might go back to Bayern or Barca, maybe.
I can't see Liverpool selling players with a year left on their contract anymore. I think Matip's staying, and I think what's the name staying as well, Thiago. We're just not a club that flogs players cheap. Like we just decide we'll just keep you for another year.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. It just seems like a Liverpool thing, like under Klopp.
It's
we just have to deal with it.
We never used to do like that though, K-Mac. We never used to be like that. We used to tie them down and then maybe sell them on for a profit, but it's not like that anymore, is it?
No. I'll tell you one which might surprise a lot of people. There's a lot of rumours knocking around that West Ham are looking at replacing Rice with Henderson.
We'll have Declan Rice instead. We'll do a swap there.
I would literally drive in my banger to Liverpool to pick him up and drop him off.
Oh dear. Let's get through some of these comments and we'll go through our player ratings anyway. Big up to everyone that's in here. Please make sure you are smashing that like button and obviously subscribing to the channel if you are new. It's going to be a good show. I'm looking forward to it. Your big up Statman says Ozan Kabak. Big up yourself, mate. Hi, K-Mac says the wife. K-Mac, the voice of reason is in the building. He certainly is. Yo Ozan, big up Daz lads. Hyla's in as well. Hyla said, evening. When are we going to hear a stream concert from K-Mac? I hope you have some decent moves. Oh, no, not a chance from me anyway. I mean, K-Mac's more than welcome to do that, but yeah, my dance moves are non-existent, mate. No one wants to see that. They really don't. But yeah, K-Mac, I
was laughing on mute.
You're very good at what you do, though, aren't you? Obviously, where you it's sort of pop techno or something, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a tech house DJ and producer. But I actually work in IT.
It's a crazy thing, isn't it? Yeah, it's a crazy thing. You work in IT, but you do that DJing as well. So, no, definitely not me. But K-Mac is the talented one when it comes to that. Marcus saying, I mean, we do need a centre back and right back. Honestly speaking, yeah, we do. We do. A left-sided centre back would be preferable. That's why we're interested in Van de Ven of Wolfsburg and also Ignacio of Sporting Lisbon. Whether or not Lisbon do a deal with that, I don't know. But two good centre backs there. Left-sided centre backs, we're definitely missing one of them because you've seen how good Newcastle have been this season with a left-sided centre back, obviously in Botman. When you need a right-sided and a left-sided centre backs these days, I think, just for the way that teams play, don't you?
Absolutely. I think that Van de Ven is he is something special. Like in the future, honestly,
He's fast.
I think he can run about 36 kilometers an hour or something.
Yeah,
he's
absolutely
a speed
crazy.
demon. He's special. He's 22 as well. I think we'll probably get him quite cheap. Maybe like 25, 30 million.
Yeah, I think so. Probably less than 30 million.
And he'll walk through hot coals for George Smacks. He made his career.
Yeah. There you are. And he's visited Anfield again, another one that's visited Anfield. So yeah, making roads now. Jurgen likes to get his deals done early. So obviously expect things to maybe happen this weekend with the Thuram deal. They're on about speaking to both agents of Thuram and Kone. So watch this space for that, because there's going to be some interesting over the next couple of days. I think some more movement's going to happen.
Oh God, yeah, we're going to get all our business done soon as. Like, all those players are going to go out to Thailand.
Yeah,
all of them. Like, we're not going to have that situation again where we've got half the squad in the UK and half the squad. You know, that was just a complete disaster. But that was a continuation from Klopp giving the reins to Pep and Linders to manage our pre-season, which was just an absolute mess.
It was.
And we can talk about that in the ratings.
Yeah, definitely. Congrats to Liverpool Football Club for buying back Melwood and making it a museum. I did hear about that. There was rumours that the women's team were going to train there as well, but obviously that's not going to be the case by the sound of it. Then
I think the women's team will probably train there. We didn't spend 13 million on a museum.
Yeah,
13 million that cost.
Well done.
And you know that went to Jamie Carragher and Robbie Fowler because they own it.
All right, Jesus Christ,
they owned it.
They'll be laughing right the way to the bank there, won't they? I mean, he's already making enough money from Sky, isn't he? But big up Hyla. Andrew's in. Big up, mate. Hope you're well. Jurgen came to see you winning with the Argentina. He needs centre mid too, and he sent the bid through. Alexis is majestic. McAllister. Obviously to the 90s song. I think it's you'll know more than me. What's the Alexis McAllister song again from the 90s?
I have no idea. Like, sorry. He's only played like 12 games for Argentina, by the way. He's not like but he came in when they won the is it the Copa Badora or something like that in South America?
Copa Libertadores.
Yeah, it's like our the Euros that we have, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's really, really hard as well. Like, it's an unbelievable competition. But he came in for Argentina. They won that. Then they obviously went to the World Cup. And the only games that they didn't play well in were the games he didn't play.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. I think
so they got beaten that first game was it Iran?
Saudi Arabia, wasn't it?
They got beat by the hosts.
Yeah.
So they got beat by Saudi Arabia, and he didn't play in that game. Funny that.
Yeah. I think he didn't play the first couple of games, did he? I think he started as sub, but then after that,
that was it.
The rest is history, isn't it?
The rest is history.
Hyla says, also give a shout out to Julian Ward for doing a very good job in the year. He was sporting director, making the McAllister deal in his last act. He certainly did. Big up, mate.
I think it's a real shame. I think it's a real shame that he's not staying. I really do. I think he is.
Yeah.
I think he's a regen. He's like a Michael Edwards regen, honestly.
Yeah.
But it is what it is.
Yeah, we've got to move with the times, unfortunately. If he didn't want to stay on, then obviously, that's just the way it is, unfortunately. I'm telling you, Matt Kone, Thuram, we're going to destroy everyone. I think Liverpool, Man City midfield battle is going to be intense. I mean, I wouldn't go as far as destroying everyone, but I think we'll definitely be there or thereabouts. We normally are. It's just been one of them seasons where the legs have got to us. Man City are a machine, and I'm sure they'll probably spend a load of money in the summer. Replace. I mean, if they can afford to let Gundogan go, I mean, what a player he's been, especially in the second half of the season. I mean, he's been a quality player, and if they can let him go, then surely they've got players lined up to potentially replace him in the summer.
Yeah, I mean, they're going to get Kovacic, aren't they? So there's your ready-made replacement. Like,
has that been sorted? Has that been tied up? I know that was linked.
I mean, if Man City are linked with anyone, that's it, really, isn't it? You don't even need to talk about whether it's going to fall through or not.
Yeah,
if
exactly.
they're linked, it's happening. Like, And Kimmich as well. They're linked with Kimmich.
Kimmich. We're linked with Pavard as well, weren't we, from Bayern?
Yeah, that's never.
I mean, he's a quality player as well, but yeah, he can play right.
I've got a good shout for a player that we've currently got that could possibly cover for Trent next season.
What
about Stefan Bajcetic? Couldn't Stefan Bajcetic play as a right back? Like, he's got all of the attributes. And he used to be a defender.
You wouldn't want him playing there. He's too talented for that, though, isn't he?
I'm talking cover for Trent. Like,
yeah, maybe.
I think he could do a job, and he's also 17 years old, so we can mold him into that type of player. He's got all the attributes. Like, he's got the legs, he's got the skills, he's got the passing range. He used to be a defender. I honestly feel like that could be something that might materialize. Because we're not looking at any right backs.
No, not looking at any right backs. Obviously, we've got Calvin Ramsey, who's been injured, but I mean, if we're really desperate, Joe Gomez can play there. Fabinho's played there for Monaco before as well. So I mean, there is options there, isn't there? But yeah, I mean, it's another option, I suppose. But yeah, it's whether Bajcetic will.
I think Gomez is gone. I think Gomez is gone. Like, I think he'll get sold.
Fair enough.
I can't see him resurrecting his career after it's just been terrible. Like, it's just been terrible. And apparently he refused to play as right back, which is why Milner played so much.
Right.
Apparently he said, I don't want to play right back anymore. I want to play centre back.
He's not going to. No. He's not good enough to play centre back. He's all right back, but he's not good enough to play centre back.
That's why he never got a look in. Like,
yeah, makes sense now. Liverpool fan for life here, guys. I'm Jordan. Big up, mate. I've seen you in the chat before, obviously on WhatsApp. Hope you're well, Jordan. Thank you for tuning in. So please go and subscribe to Jordan's channel as well. Liverpool fan for life. I'm sure it'll make his day. And thank you for tuning in, mate. Let's have a look. Hey, Jordan. Hope you're well today. Laugh my ass out. Just imagine Hendo for Rice. I know that's just yeah. It's not going to happen, but it's a nice pipe dream. Big up Steve and K-Mac, my brothers. Big up Beige and Reds. Please go and check them out as well. Fantastic YouTube channel and great friends of the channel as well. So big up Beige and Reds. My wife's saying, please do not dance on the internet, Stephen. No one wants to see that. Marcus saying, I saw you dancing on the 7-0 game. I didn't do a live stream for that, so unless you had images in my house, Marcus.
I was doing knee slides.
All right, maybe you came out.
I was doing knee slides across the living room floor. Especially when Bobby scored.
Do you think we should loan Calvin Ramsey?
Yeah.
I don't think we should. Yeah. I don't think we should. But big up Marcus. The season, Liverpool signed 3 midfielders instead of Bellingham. Exactly. Redbird's in. Exclusive Statman and Mac. Big up Redbird. Hope you're well. Big up Steve and K-Max is Mr. Conway. Big up Mr. Conway. Hope you're well. Cop America. It is K-Mac. Says Andrew Quinn. Cop America is like the Euros. Copa Libertadores. Yeah. Champions League. Fair enough. Cheers, guys.
I got mixed up. Sorry.
No, it's all right. Your Statman and K-Mac. What position or role do you think Mac is best at? 6, 8, or 10 for me. I think he's an 8 for me, isn't he?
Yeah, he's an 8. He's not a 6.
Yeah, although he's played in them positions, he played all across.
But he's not a 6.
Yeah, he's an 8. He's definitely not a DM anyway.
I don't want him. I don't want him doing loads of mad tackles. Like,
no, exactly. And he scored 12 goals for Brighton this season as well. I mean, our midfield, which we'll get onto as well, goals wise, it's absolutely shocking. It really is. But we'll go on to that. We'll get through all these comments.
Yeah, we can do the stats on that. They're shocking.
Yeah, I've put them on obviously for each individual player as well. So Bill German writes today about keeper Ron. Yep, that's who we on about before. Going to Liverpool again. Seems he's likely a homegrown player from the time he was at Man United earlier on. Big up Hyler. Hope you're well. Big Mac, anyone? Big up, mate. Your Redbird, your friend Jordan is in the chat. It's like Camavinga. I feel like that would hide his talent. Not gonna lie. Yeah, Big up Redbird. Big up John. Hope you're well today, Redbird. Let's have a look. Big up people. You'll never walk alone. Big up yourself. If you are new, mate, please do consider hitting that subscribe button. Hit that like button as well. And obviously, the more people that like it, the more people will be able to watch this great channel, hopefully, as well. Big up Daz, good, thank you. How are you? I've got my friend Stu all the way from New Zealand in. Hope you're well, mate. Obviously, I'm sure you're still buzzing. Obviously, from Newcastle getting the Champions League spaces as well, of course. So big up. Good, John. I've got a couple of videos on Daz Marks today. I'll check them out, mate. Big up to chat. JC, big up, bro. Ozan, yummy. Big up Asian. What number will he get for us? McAllister's number 10, mate, if
10.
you want about him.
10.
Yeah, Daz just popped across to Jordan.
He turned down the 8, by the way.
Yeah,
We offered him 8.
We've got 7, 8, 9, and 10, haven't we? Available.
Yeah, we offered him 8, and he said no. I'm not taking that. That's too big. That should get retired. Yeah,
it should do, shouldn't it? Bit jealous of you lads getting Big Mac. Oh, I can't wait to see him play. I really can't. Let's have a look. McAllister was the 21st best tackler this season in the Premier League. Liverpool's best tackler was Fabinho with 28 best stats. Wow, Jesus. Diaz for number 7. Yeah, it's another possibility. Diaz could go to number 7. That's a good possibility. Right, let's get on to these player ratings. Appreciate all your comments, and do join in for your player ratings as well. So we're going to go through it in order of squad number. So obviously Alisson's first, all the way through to Trent. Like I said, these players have got to have made at least 5 appearances for the club. So I'll get the score thing on in a second. I'll just share my screen so everyone can see it. Let me just share it now. Right, so I don't know if you guys can see that, but I've done 0 as failure, 1 pathetic, 2 piss poor, 3 poor, 4 below average, 5 average, 6 is okay, 7's good, 8 is very good, 9 a cut above, and 10 world class as well. So it'll be interesting to see how we rate each individual player. So you ready to go, K-Mac?
Yep, let's go. Should we start with world class, because we know what that is?
So we'll go with Alisson Becker, because like I said, we'll do it in squad order. So he was number 1. So Alisson Becker made 47 appearances. Of course, he didn't get a goal, but it's crazy we're even including goals in Alisson's, especially from the West Brom. His only goal for Liverpool, but absolutely crazy that he even got that one, and that got us to Champions League football when it did. 1 assist, which was the Mo Salah one.
I was going to say, he got an assist.
Yeah, Mo Salah.
Good on you, Stat man. You lived up to your name.
So
I was gonna pull that one out, but go on.
You're going to pull that one out. He made a total of 1,536 passes with an 84% pass accuracy as well. So there we are, Alisson Becker. There's his stats. Right, let's get on.
He was the number 1 goalkeeper in the whole of Europe for high quality chances, saving them.
Yeah,
he was insane.
He faced the most.
I think 18 points he got us alone.
Yeah,
which is just nuts. It's just nuts.
It is absolutely crazy, and I think
he didn't have one of those seasons where he did like a wobbler, like what I mean. Every now and again he has like probably 2 games a season where he does a bit of a he does like a drag back, or he does a daft penalty, or he's got that in him, but it's okay because of all the other stuff.
Exactly.
He was that good. Yeah.
So nice, easy one to start with. K-Mac, where we're saying Alisson Becker out of 10. What are you rating Alisson Becker, mate?
He was world class.
So you're saying 10, yeah?
Oh God, yeah, he was mental.
Let me just move that up. Obviously, I'm not leaving him on poor, of course. Just the way the screen goes.
It's so hard to even argue.
Yeah.
There's just nothing. I mean, he even got an assist.
I know, it's crazy. And I mean, normally I would put this, I mean, by all means, get involved in the comments as well, just to see what you think. But I think there's no sort of arguments when it comes to Alisson. It's either a 9 or a 10, depending on how you're feeling. But for me, like you say, K-Mac, he saved at least 15 plus points for us this season. 2nd most shots faced in the Premier League, other than David Raya, obviously of Brentford, of course. So interesting to see what everyone's going to rate Alisson here. It should be pretty much straightforward, but let me have a look. Bless up Redbird at 35 million. It is a snip. It certainly is, especially when St. Maximum's been touted at only 25 to 30 million as well. So it just shows World Cup winner 35 million. It's fantastic business. What about Sane from Bayern, the only guy who used to cause us stress in the LFC versus City games? Needs someone like Klopp. Yeah, but I don't know if we've got enough cover that. We've got Nunes, Diaz.
Kismet, Mane punched him in the face. That's all you need to know about him. Like, if Mane punches him in the face, he's not needed at Liverpool.
Exactly. Mane's not a violent player.
Nah,
he's in way, shape, or form, is he?
I think one of the tests that we have to do is whether he's a dickhead. And I think Sane's a dickhead.
Yeah, definitely. Marcus says Alisson gets a 9 for him. Fair enough. Alisson 10 for Alisson, says Mr. Conway. Simply the best 10, says Redbird. Alisson is actually better than I thought he would be. Quality player, 10 out of 10, and world class. Certainly is world class. Maisie's in. Hey Maisie, hope you're well. Thank you for tuning in. Please go and check out Maisie's channel as well. There's lots of women's football, obviously Man United related, lots of knowledge on sport in Lisbon as well. So obviously could give us the lowdown on Gonzalo Ignacio. But big up Maisie, please go and check out her channel as well. Maisie, big up. Hey Redbird. True that. Player wise, he's top level. That's why I said he needs someone like Klopp. Yeah, there's no doubt in his ability. Sane is a quality player, but he just hasn't, even for Bayern Munich. It's not really worked out from there, has it?
No, he. I don't know. It feels like he does too much. Like he keeps hold of the ball too much. He tries that one extra dribble, and he just like annoys people. Like, and doesn't produce enough. Let's be honest. Yeah. Like, was it? I don't think it was Pep that got rid of him. Was it? Was it Pep or was it Mancini that got rid of him?
No, it was Pep because he was playing under.
Or was it Mancini that signed him?
I think I'm not too sure now. Actually, I think
he only stuck around for like a year, and they binned him. Or was it 2 years?
2 years he was there for.
2 years, and they binned him. Like,
I think it was Pep that signed him. I think it was.
It was Pep.
I think.
Okay, well, that's all you need to know, really. Pep signed him and then sold him.
Yeah, exactly. He's ruthless.
He's not good enough for Liverpool if Pep got rid of him.
Yeah, exactly. Marcus says Joe Gomez would have gotten a 1, but I'll give him 3 because he was at right back and he was decent. Fair enough.
We haven't rated him yet.
Yeah, we're going on to him. We are going on to him. Maisie, I'm okay today. You feeling better, Daz? Let's have a look. Kismet says Pep as well. Appreciate that, mate. Right. So Joe Gomez, let's get his stats up. 31 appearances, no goals, 1 assist, total passes of 1,804, 87% pass accuracy as well. Yeah, again, no goals. Obviously, you'd expect. Well, he hasn't scored at all for Liverpool.
He's never scored. He nearly scored. Remember that? Remember that top corner? It was a brilliant save.
Yeah, it was a brilliant save.
And his assist was really good, by the way.
Yeah. But there you are. 31 appearances, no goals, 1 assist, 87% pass accuracy. Isn't too bad, to be honest. Right, Joe Gomez, K-Mac. What you rating Joe Gomez? It'll be interesting to see what you rate him to compared to what I rate him, to be honest.
So, I mean, okay, so you have to think of Gomez as a player that doesn't play all the time. So he never gets a run of games. So he comes in and he comes out. He comes in and he goes out. I think if Gomez had a run of games, you'd probably see a better Gomez, if I'm honest. And also, if Gomez doesn't play next to Trent, I think you'd probably see a better Gomez as well. Because when him and Trent are together, they are an absolute mess. Like, there's make no bones about it. Like, they've had some horrible games this season, especially Napoli away. Remember that?
Yeah, Madrid at home, of course.
But you can't forget how good Gomez was against Man City.
How many good games has he had this season, though, other than the Man City game? I can't remember another game where he's been outstanding, to be honest. That's the difficult thing, isn't it? You're on mute.
Sorry.
All right, mate.
Yeah, sorry. He's not. I'll give him a 3. Did you hear me say 3?
No, but you're going to give him a 3, right? Okay. We'll see.
Did you hear me say? Did you hear me tell you about the games that he's played in that?
No, because you're on mute. You see.
Oh God. Okay. All right. So with Gomez, what you have to think about is the fact that he's not a player that can come in and out of the team and produce all the time. He's not that type of player. He's the type of player where if you give him a run of games, he can get better and he plays better.
Yeah.
So when you're throwing him in against like a Napoli away, and he's been dreadful as well with Trent, like him and Trent together are just dreadful. Like if you're playing with someone else, you're probably going to get a better tune out of him because he's not left on his own all the time. But he's had some really bad games, but he's also had some decent games. Like Man City was a really, really good game by him. That's why I'd probably give him a 3.
3,
like,
right? Okay. Let's see
why I give him a 3. Like
3. Okay.
Like he's not been really, really bad, but he's not been average either.
No, definitely not. Redbird says a 1. Okay. Maisie says thank you. I'll check that out. 1 for Daz, 1 for Gomez from John. Joe Gomez is the type of player who isn't strong mentally as Virgil. The main reason he doesn't play consistently. And like Max said, though, I mean, obviously he could have played right back a lot more this season, but didn't want to play right back, so that's why he's not played as many games. Rangers game, says Marcus, all right, other than the Man City game, fair enough. But then again, the Rangers away game, I mean, that was pretty much easy for most of the players. We ended up winning 7-1 in that game, but fair enough, that's another game. There's Daz's channel. How many goals has he cost us? Doesn't deserve excuses. Overall, he's a total liability, in my opinion. Yeah, that's fair enough. That is your opinion. When are you next live, Maisie? And I hope you are going to apply some logic to Nunes. Yeah, definitely.
Well, right. The voice of reason's here,
yeah. So
I can't give him a 2 or a 1 or a 0 because he's had some good games.
Yeah.
And I can't blame him either because he's had to come in and out. Like I don't think people understand like how hard it would be to play in our defense when they're constantly chopping and changing. They're constantly chopping and changing, and we haven't had a midfield for for half the season.
Yeah.
So it's like the red arrows that we play coming at us. And Gomez has been all over the place because of it. Like he really has. Like, let's be honest, he can't head the ball. He's not been a strong header of the ball, and he's not really a strong player, as in like wins a lot of challenges. He's not that type of player.
Yeah,
he complements another big player, which would be Virgil, and Virgil's been off it this season as well. So you know, it kind of I'd say you giving him a 2,
2 for me. Yeah,
okay, fair enough.
Yeah, it was between. I mean, obviously, quite a few people were saying 1. Obviously, you said 3, so I went down the middle really and give him a 2 on that.
I still want him sold. Like,
you what?
I still want him sold.
You still want him sold, yeah. Right, on to Liverpool's number 3. Appreciate everyone getting involved. So obviously, Fabinho, 49 appearances. Obviously, one of the most in the team. 49 appearances across all, obviously competitions, of course. 0 goals, says it all. 2 assists, 2,369 passes with an 88% pass accuracy. So not a bad pass accuracy for the amount of passes attempted. So Fabinho, how are you rating his season? What score out of 10 would you give Fabinho, mate?
Can you scroll up a little bit?
Yeah, of course. 2 seconds.
Because I'm not putting him in the red.
Right, okay, so you got below average.
Okay, so Fabinho, I've kind of got to split him in 2 because his first half of the season was pathetic.
Yeah.
And his second half of the season was average. So below average, probably a 4.
Below average 4. Right, okay. So you're saying 4. Has anyone else commented? Please get involved. Let me know.
It really doesn't help that he's literally covering for Hooferson all the time.
I love that Henderson gets called Hooferson. Like,
I mean, it's just like, what can you do? Like, what can you do?
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, exactly. Thoughts on
sorry
Fabio?
for him now. Like, he's ran all the yards for that guy for like 2 years now, and it's
his legs are gone. His legs are definitely gone.
I still think he'll play next season though.
I don't think he'll play as much
until like maybe Kone transitions in.
Don't forget Pacetic is coming back as well.
Yeah,
Thiago.
Henderson can play there as well. Remember, he's not gone.
Yeah. So yeah, Henderson will probably play the Milner sort of role next season, won't he? I think. But
if he won't, then we'll just get rid of him.
Yeah,
because he's going to have to. Like.
Thoughts on Fabio Carvalho going to RB Leipzig on loan? That could be why. Maybe we're linked with Szoboszlai as well. So we'll have to watch out for that. Maybe that could be a little sweetener, maybe.
Oh, yeah. That's what's happening. 20 million is the number which gets Carvalho. But yeah, nice little throw him in as a sweetener.
Yeah, why not? Fabinho gets a 4. Says Daz. John Conway says a 4. Redbird says stats apply, but sometimes if you just go on stats alone, they can make a player look better than they are or not. Fab 3. Yeah, not a problem. Yeah, I'm just putting the stats out there just so obviously everyone knows.
Redbird, man, you're brutal tonight. Are you taking over from Ravi?
So Redbird's saying 3, but the majority of us have gone for 4, so we'll put him at 4.
Yeah, I think 4's right.
So 4, so that means below average. So Fabinho, there you are, Fab. Don't worry, I am moving him up. Just the way this screen works. So there you are. So 4 below average. Right, okay. Marcus says, I don't see a reason to sell him. I presume you're on about Carvalho. I mean, he's a number 10, really, isn't he? We don't really play with a number 10. That would have to play a 4-2-3-1 formation for that to be able to apply for him, to be honest. And we just don't do that. It's generally a 4-3-3.
I mean, all you need to know about Liverpool really is we got rid of Coutinho because we couldn't accommodate where he played.
Says it all.
Carvalho is the same ilk. Like, he's got all the same attributes as a Coutinho.
Yeah,
like, he really has. So he was never going to fit.
Yeah, true. Very true.
I looked at him and I thought, okay, so that's a player that we're going to take and then we're going to loan out and then we're going to sell for like double or treble in like a year or two. That's genuinely what I thought. But then when he just went straight into the team, I started playing, I was like, oh, hang on a minute. Is he going to convert him into a midfielder when he's not?
Redbird says, Ravi, sent me a brown envelope. Everyone has their price. Big up, Redbird. Why did we sign him then? What a waste it was. Yeah, I mean, he's a talented player, but we just can't accommodate him. And it's
waited a year for him.
Yeah,
remember?
Crazy. We wanted to sign him in the January transfer window and loan him back to Fulham, but in the end, there was basically an agreement where we'd obviously sign him in the summer, which is what we've done. But yeah, he doesn't.
Well, we didn't get the facts over in time, did we?
No, something like that. What a
load of rubbish.
I know. Load of
fax machines.
Spencer's in. Hello, all. He doesn't see the pitch. Mays go where he can play rather than waste away on the bench. Yeah, big up, Spencer. Hope you're well. Hopefully, America's nice and sunny as well. Gavi on a free. I mean, for free, I'd take him all day long. He's a talent, but
no, they're never getting rid of him. Like, he's got like a 1 billion release clause or something stupid.
I think that
he's been signed. The Spanish league have agreed the contract.
Have they? Because initially
he's not going.
Initially, he was supposed to have £1 billion release clause, but apparently that was a youth contract and not an actual professional contract. So I think there was some sort of leeway. But if you're saying that's the case,
he won't leave. Xavi will build a Barcelona team around him and Pedri.
Yeah,
he's not going.
Exactly. Solo, big up, mate. Hope you're well. Thank you for tuning in, mate. Hope you are well. Please go and check out Solo's channel as well. A lot of good YouTubers that come in as well, so appreciate it. Go and check them out. Daz, if you can put Solo's link in the chat as well, so obviously everyone can subscribe to his channel, that would be great, mate, if you are still in, mate. Right.
Put mine in there as well, please, mate.
Yeah, definitely put K-Max in, and obviously anyone that has got a channel does. If you don't mind, put the links in as well so people can go and subscribe. It would make a difference to these guys as well. So, and obviously we'll give K-Mac a chance at the end as well to plug his channel as we always do on here. We like to help each other's channels out. So obviously we'll give K-Mac a chance at the end. Right, on to number 4, which is of course Virgil van Dijk. 41 appearances, 3 goals, 1 assist, 3,121 passes, and a 90% pass accuracy as well. So far, he's the best passer in the team, and 90% pass accuracy as well. So, Virgil van Dijk, thoughts on his season?
I thought Van Dijk probably should have had 10 goals, by the way.
Yeah.
He missed some absolute sitters. Van Dijk, I mean, you can only rate Van Dijk against Van Dijk, because if you're going to rate him against the rest of the Premier League defenders, then he's had a really good season.
Exactly.
If you're going to rate him against himself, then no, he's not been unbelievable. But I just feel like the left-hand side has been so dysfunctional this season that Van Dijk's just not been able to cope with it. And the amount of times they've been lopsided, like offsides not really worked, the pushing up's not really worked, the dropping back's not really worked. You know what I mean? He's been very indecisive, which is not his game. And also the fact that teams are just not being scared of Liverpool. So Van Dijk hasn't had the fear factor.
Yeah.
Because the amount of times players used to run at Van Dijk, see him, and then go, oh, and then go the other way, or then just pass it. Because they were just like, I'm not going against him. So I would, can you scroll up? Because
of course.
He's not been any of those there. He's been better than that. He's been good.
Good. So you're saying
he's
7.
been good, very good. In between, like the last 15 games of the season, he was really good.
Yeah.
Like against Brentford and oh God, who else did we play? West Ham. There's loads of teams that we play where they just battered us with set pieces and long balls. He was Fulham as well. Like he was very good in some of those games. And the amount of games that he cleared balls off the line. I'd say good.
Good. Right, okay. Redbird says 6 for Virgil van Dijk. Statman says
brutal tonight,
please. I don't honestly know, mate, but obviously Solo, if you saying that, it won't let you do that. Anyone who's a mod who knows what Solo's channel is, please put it in. Kismet says Virgil 6 or 7, not at his best, but missed him versus Southampton. Yeah, fair enough. 7, Virgil van Dijk. Let's have a look. Remember the volley against Aston Villa away? Yes, I do. Bullet, it was. 6 for Virgil van Dijk. 7 for Virgil van Dijk. Solo P1 says Redbird. There is K-Max channel, so please support him. So cheers, Daz. Perisic sitting him down just said it all, says Marcus. And Toto Hammer, big up, mate. Hope you're well. Obviously, I presume with that name, you're a West Ham fan. So if you are, congratulations on yesterday's result. Fantastic for West Ham Football Club. And it's obviously see them in the Europa League next season, possibly maybe at the latter stages, maybe against us. You never know. But then it could be K-Mac. It could be written in the stars that Liverpool play Brighton in the Europa League at some point as well, couldn't it?
Oh God, yeah, we probably have Brighton in the final.
Yeah, I wouldn't like that though, because Brighton have got our number at the minute, haven't they?
It'd be good if it was Man United.
Well,
because they'll drop out. They'll drop out of the Champions League.
They're poor, aren't they? Really? I mean, they've one good season. I mean, we've had one bad season, and we've finished 6 points off them in the end, and they've had their best.
I thought it was only 2.
No, because it was 4. We were 4 points behind them, weren't we? But we drew. We drew, so obviously it was 3, but then they won. So yeah, 6.
6 points, and we didn't play for the first half of the season.
Yeah, exactly. 6 points in the end. Let's have a look. Got to earn my money, K-Mac, says Redbird, big up, mate. Ian's in. Hi, guys, your favourite Donald FC fan back. Hope you're well of light as normal. Toto Hammer saying big up, K-Mac. No, Toto is a red. Oh, apologies, mate. I just thought with
big up, Toto.
Your name. Apologies. No, fair enough, mate. You're a Liverpool fan, so that's good. Big up, mate. And obviously, if you have got a YouTube channel, let me know in the chat what yours is, and we'll get Daz to put your link in as well. I'm a Liverpool fan. Apologies again, mate. I really do apologise. Just up to your channel, K-Mac, says Mr. Conway.
Big up, John.
Big up, Toto. Is that Redbird? He's a red. Daz, you know it. Solo P1 have subscribed to your channel. Good luck. Big up, Ian. Lot of love, obviously, for each other's channels there, and keep on showing the love. Right, okay. So Virgil van Dijk was saying, you said 6 or you said a 7, didn't you?
I said 7.
Right, okay.
We'll have half the team in yellow or red. We can't be doing that.
True. Yeah, true.
We still came 5th.
Virgil van Dijk, there you are. Virgil van Dijk. Don't worry, I'm moving it up. Right, okay. Right, we'll give Virgil van Dijk 7, just so we've got at least a couple in green anyway. Put it that way, so 7 for Virgil van Dijk. Let's have a look. Yep, got player rate. Got a channel, do player ratings, etc. Yeah, so let me know what your YouTube channel is. Is it just Toto Hammer? Let me know. Toto Hammer means Toto Wolf from Samies and Hammer from Hammer Time. We both do F1 previews. And fair enough. Thank you for explaining that, Solo. Sub to Solo P1 as well, Statman. Appreciate that. Toto Hammer is Toto channel. Big up, there you are. Canate was great besides injuries, 8 and 9. Yep, Red should help out other Red channels. Certainly do. I'd help out all channels, to be honest, not just Liverpool ones, but yeah, help out all of them. Right, okay. Ibu, Canate, 21 appearances, no goals, no assists. Obviously, he's not there for the assists, really, in all fairness, but goals. You're a bit surprising that his last goal, I believe, was in the semi-final against Manchester City last year.
I was a bit surprised he didn't get any of those set pieces, because we were deadly off set pieces, weren't we, this season? Didn't we score like 20 odd goals on it or something?
It was in the 20s, yeah, definitely.
I think we got the most goals off set pieces, didn't we?
I think us and Spurs, I think, were up there as well for some reason.
Mad, isn't it, Spurs?
Yeah.
You would have thought that would be in Brentford, wouldn't you?
Yeah, I think Brentford were up there. I think they were.
But yeah, he didn't get any goals, which is weird, because he's really, really good in the air. but yeah, he should have scored. He should have scored more goals this season. But he's a one-man army. Like, for half the season, he got asked to play right back and centre back, which is just bonkers. I just hope he doesn't do it next season, because he'll end up with a few hammies.
Hope not. He's injured more than anything.
He's been unbelievable. I'd probably put him. What's above very good? Excellent. Is that what you got above very good?
Let me have a look. Very good, and then a cut above.
No, very good.
Very good. So you're saying Ibu,
because he has had a few howlers.
Yeah.
I can name probably like 3 of them.
Brentford.
He's had some bad, and like people are like, oh yeah, he's done like clearances off the line and that. Yeah, but it was his error that ended up with the ball almost going in the goal, which he cleared. So it's like, you can't really say that.
Oh dear. So you're seeing an 8, yeah?
Yeah, I'd say he was very good. He was better than last season.
I think I'll put it out there. I think he was our best defender this season, to be honest. I really do.
He was. Well, that's why he's above. That's why he's above Edge. I'm not putting anyone else above there.
No, that would be worrying. That Canate is savage at the back. He certainly is. My channel is Toto Hammer. So yeah, Daz, if you can find that, put that link in, please, mate. Canate has been our best defender. I agree. 8 with the occasional hiccup with a Warrior who gets stuck in. Toto Wolf works for Mercedes. All right, fair enough. Appreciate that, mate. We were joint most with Brentford and Spurs. There you are. Ibu7 says Redbirds. Oi Redbird. There you are. There is Toto Hammer's link. So please go and subscribe to him as well. Fellow Liverpool fan, of course. Obviously, if you like the F1, go and subscribe to his channel as well.
Does reckon Ibu gets a 9.
A 9, right? Okay.
Ooh.
K-Mac, I know well, been on some calling shows with him.
Yeah,
he's a good lad, K-Mac, he really is. Ibu gets a 9, Canate 8, and no joking, Ibu 8.5. Done it, Statman, appreciate that, Daz, legend you are. Just think the football season finishes on Saturday night. I don't know what I'm going to do with myself, to be honest. I'm certainly not going to be watching cricket. No offense to anyone that likes cricket, but certainly not something I'd be watching. I'd rather look at my wall and stare at the wall for 10 hours or whatever it is than watch cricket, to be honest. But if you like it, fair enough. I don't mean to offend, but it's just not my sport, to be honest. Right, 8 for Ibu as well. Right, yep. So we'll give Ibu an 8 then. I think that's a fair enough.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah, I think he's been our best defender by far.
Yeah.
Let me have a look. Obviously, I'll move that up. Right.
He's 23 years old.
That is crazy, isn't it?
It's insane. We nearly won the quad. We nearly won the quad with him in the team last year. Like, he was 22 then.
Yeah.
It's frightening how good he is. It's frightening.
It is. And he's speed and he's got dangly legs. Which
he played the World Cup as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. He played the World Cup final.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, just a shame he didn't win it. But obviously, at least one of our players now. Well, yeah, we've got a World Cup winner in our squad anyway. Mr. Dalton, our season finished weeks ago. It did, mate. It certainly did. Right.
Our season finished way before that.
Yeah. So next one is our number 6, Thiago. 28 appearances, 0 goals, 1 assist. Total of 1,577 passes with an 87% pass accuracy. His last goal for Liverpool was at Anfield against Southampton in the, I think it was a 2-0 or 3-0 victory at Anfield last season. But I mean, Thiago, one, his availability first and foremost. And again, he's not creating anything and not even getting on the score sheet. That's pretty bad. Of 28 appearances, no goals at all for Thiago.
I think people think that Thiago's someone different, honestly, because wherever he's been, he doesn't assist and he doesn't score. The most assists he's ever had in a season, I think, is 5, and that was for Barcelona, like a long, long time ago.
Yeah,
he's not that guy. His pass ratio is between 80 and 90% every single season.
Yeah, no,
but
87%.
But what is he there for? Like, what is he there for if he's not controlling the game, because he doesn't control games, let's be honest.
Yeah.
He's not a tackler, but we're using him as one, and he's not creating goals. So what is he there for? Like, he's a complete waste of space right now. Like, no offense to him.
No.
Like, at the moment, he's a translator for Núñez. Like, I'm sorry, but Thiago was a Klopp wet dream that he wanted to make happen, because he was literally just bought because Klopp wanted him, because he's wanted him for years. And for me, okay, 6.
I think that's been very generous, K-Mac. Very generous.
I'm talking about just the pass ratio.
No, right, fair enough.
6.
Thiago 5, Kismet 5, our best midfield player on the ball, but we need him to use better. The guy can pass, no doubt, but would prefer the assisted more. Me too. 5 for Thiago, 5 for Thiago. Yeah, 5.
Was being generous.
Yeah, very generous indeed. I mean, to be honest, I think I was going to be harsh really and give him I'd probably have given him a 4, to be honest.
I thought at one stage when he was in the team, he was kind of the best midfielder we had at the time.
Yeah,
like for a few games where it was just like, Thiago's like doing all the tackling, Thiago's doing all the running, which isn't his job. Like, because that's not the type of player he is. And he was all right in it. But yeah, 4-5. I ain't got no dramas with that, mate.
Yeah, I don't think he was any better than Fabinho, to be honest. He played
He's
obviously
only
less.
got 1 year left, so we're not going to sell him either, unfortunately.
No. So yeah, I think 4. I think he has been below average. He certainly has. And I think for midfielders, you need, that's one thing that we've been missing. I've been saying on the channel for a while now as well, that we're missing midfielders who can score 10 goals a season. That would help us out massively. You look at Man City, even Rodri scores goals, he chips in with goals. You've got John Stones, who plays in that inverted positions. He scores goals as well. You've got obviously De Bruyne, who scored goals. Obviously,
I mean, all you need to know about midfielders scoring goals is look at Man United. Like, honestly, like, where would Man United be without Casemiro?
Yeah, exactly.
They wouldn't have won any cups.
Yeah,
the guy literally scored all their goals, all the important goals.
Yeah,
he scored that goal which got them 1-0 up on the last game of the season as well. He is so vital to them. That's what you get when you have a random player just popping up with goals. Like, he's not recognised as a goal scorer.
Yeah,
but those goals are they're like gold dust. Like, we had them when we won the league and we won the Champions League. We had those goals from like Shaqiri and Oxlade-Chamberlain. They were goals which, like, they weren't like, no one expected anyone to score them, so to speak. And then they pop up with a goal, with a winner here and there. Like, and we haven't got that. If your attackers aren't doing it, we ain't doing nothing.
Yeah, exactly, because the midfield don't score. Casemiro saved United. Yeah, he did. Very important player for them as well. Obviously, it said it all when the Arsenal fans were cheering when he got suspended, and obviously got the 1-game ban against Arsenal this season as well. And Arsenal went on to win 3-2 at the Emirates as well in that game. Obviously didn't count for nothing in the end because they still didn't win the Premier League, but obviously it just shows how important. Yeah, shows how important he is. Right, on to number 7 for Liverpool. Obviously he's left now, but James Milner, 43 appearances, 0 goals, 2 assists, 828 passes attempted, and 82% pass accuracy. James Milner, I mean, obviously he is Mr. Versatile. He's done a job wherever he plays for Liverpool. But what rating out of 10 would you give Mr. Milner?
Can you scroll up a bit?
Yeah, of course. So here we are.
7.
7, right?
Yeah,
okay.
He's been good. Yeah. Like, he's a 37-year-old guy. Like,
exactly.
He's done better than Thiago.
There you are. Marcus says 7 as well.
Like, yeah. I mean, that game he had against Man City was not just Man City, Napoli at home as well. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
Two of the hardest teams like we played all season, and he was probably man of the match in both of them.
Yeah. No, I'm not even going to argue with that.
I can't say nothing bad about Milner because like he's just does what he says on the tin. Like, he just does the job. Like, 7 every game.
Exactly. And yeah, Redbirds exactly agreed. He said, yeah, Millie gave his all, 7 every game. Exactly. 7 for Jimmy Milner. 6, nothing special, but was good signing when you look free at the end of the day, and he won everything for Liverpool as well, even the Champions League, which he didn't manage to win at Man City, of course. He's won everything as a footballer, and you can't argue with that as well. Obviously, European Super Cup.
He's never played a final, though. Sorry. No, he's never played a final.
He didn't play
started a final.
Did he not start in the Kiev game or the game in Madrid?
He doesn't start games. He comes on.
Well, I thought he started either against Real Madrid or Spurs.
No, I don't think so.
No, well, fair enough. Millie 7. Spencer says 7 as well. So yeah, 7 is fine by me. I mean, I don't think this one needs much introduction anyway. I mean, number 8, we all know who number 8 was. Naby Keita. The most amazing thing is he managed double-digit appearances in all competitions.
Did he?
Yeah, in all.
I didn't even know he played 5 games.
Yeah, he did. He played 9 in the Premier League, and then obviously 4 other appearances in the competitions as well. So 13 appearances, no goals, no assists. I mean,
piss poor. Piss poor.
Piss poor. I'm going to be even worse than that because.
Okay.
Yeah, I think for me,
Pathetic.
Yeah, I think he deserves a 1, and that's being nice. I could give him a 0, to be honest, because I mean, he'd make a good appearance. I think he's made a few appearances on Casualty. Obviously, he's probably made more appearances on Casualty than he has in a Liverpool shirt. But yeah, for me, it's a no-brainer. Yeah, 1 for me, and that's being generous, to be honest. So let me know in the comments what you think with regards to Naby. We will go on to Bobby Firmino. It still sickens me that he has left the football club. I wasn't ready for it. I'm still not. But Bobby Firmino, 35 appearances, 13 goals, 5 assists, 778 total passes with an 80% pass accuracy. So Bobby Firmino, obviously we all love him. I mean, he's probably been, for Liverpool fans, he's probably the same sort of when Steven Gerrard left, sorry, we probably felt the same as what we did with Bobby leaving, didn't we?
Yeah, I mean, if there's a statue next to Steven Gerrard,
yeah,
it could be Bobby's. Like, seriously, the guy is just. I love the guy. Like, he's amazing. He's absolutely amazing. All I've been doing, like, the last couple of days, has been watching his highlights of his career. Yeah. Like, he never scored a bad goal.
No.
Like, and if it was a tap in, he was looking the other way.
Yeah.
He's amazing. He's absolutely amazing. You know what? I said this on my show last night to my mate, and this annoys me so much. Okay, and you can chip the people in the chat can chip in on this, but I honestly feel Liverpool now play the football that Bobby Firmino can thrive at. Bobby Firmino can get 25 goals a season now. He can be that player that we all whinged about, saying, "Oh, you know, he just doesn't score enough goals." He can now be that player that scores enough goals, because we now play the football that suits Bobby, and that's why Bobby's had such a good season.
Yeah,
I really don't get it. I just don't get why. I just don't get why we have now decided, oh, you know what? We're now going to play the football that Bobby Firmino can score loads of goals at, and we're going to let him leave.
Great.
It makes me so angry, because he's there. He knows exactly how to play with Salah, which means Salah will play better with him. And now we've got to integrate Gakpo or Nunes when we've already got the guy who can just bang all the goals in.
Yeah.
Like, Bobby can be the fox in the box, which is what Bobby can do. But we never had him do that, because we had him at the other end of the pitch.
Yeah.
Tackling the ball, doing those fouls where we foul like 20 times in a game and not get a yellow card.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
And then do that worldy pass, or that little flick, or that intricate back heel on the edge of the box.
No look passes.
Now he's in the box and he scores every time.
Yeah.
I'm so annoyed he's leaving.
I know. I mean, it's not like we didn't try. I think obviously he just knew people were coming through and he didn't want to stand in the way, it just says him all as a player, really. I mean, I'm gutted. I really am, because he's been injured. He's been hit and miss for injuries, but still managed to get double-digit figures and obviously assists as well. So, I mean, 13 goals and 5 assists, I think is pretty good, to be honest. But for a rating, where would you put him in? Some people are saying 8, some are saying 9, some are saying 10.
Cut above.
9. Yeah,
fair
enough.
Cut above for me. Like, I think it's his second best goal scoring season at Liverpool.
Yeah,
and with less games than the others. Games.
Exactly. I'm happy for that, to be honest.
I'm so happy he scored on the like final day of the season as well. So happy. Yeah. And I'm so happy that he scored at Anfield as well.
At Anfield,
He did everything, didn't he? He got that last goal against Man United. He got those 2 goals.
Exactly. He's a hero, isn't he?
I mean, I totally get Gakpo is transforming into a Bobby, like, and he could be.
Yeah.
But Bobby's still there. Like, he was still there. Like it annoys me, the fact that we didn't utilize Bobby more in the seasons before. Yeah. Because we've now played the football that Bobby can score loads of goals with.
It's a shame. It really is. It is a shame. But yeah, I'll agree with that. 9, I think he's been fantastic as well. So another player who's been fantastic for the club, Mr. Consistent as well. Mo Salah, number 11, 51 appearances, the most of any player in the team. I mean, he is Mr. Consistent. He very rarely gets injured. So 51 appearances, 30 goals, 16 assists, total passes of 1,429 and 79% pass accuracy. I mean, is this one even difficult to put him on, or is it straight up very much near the top of that tier?
Oh no, he's world class. Sorry.
Yeah.
Like I think I've told you that stat about Mo, where all you need to do is pass the ball to Mo 50 times in a game, and we always win. Like, that's it. That's all we need to do because that it's worked every time.
Yeah.
But the thing about Mo is like half the season he was playing as a linesman.
Yeah.
He was so far away from the game, but that was when Nunes was in the team, by the way. Like, let's just get that clear. Nunes left the team. Mo went on fire.
Yeah.
Because Mo was getting the chances, not Nunes. Sorry, that's just the simple fact of it.
Exactly. Mo Salah 10, Mo 9, Salah 9, always fit and always scored. Exactly. I mean, how many times can you say that with players this day and age? Always fit, and he's Mr. Consistent. He keeps on scoring.
Never comes off.
Yeah,
like, we can be winning like 3-0 and he'll still be on the pitch. I'm like, you've scored like 3 of those goals. Just have a rest.
Yeah, have a rest.
Don't do it.
Yeah, 9.5 for Mo. Says Daz, appreciate it. Thank you everyone for commenting as well. Keep your comments coming. Right, this one may divide a few opinions. Obviously, the captain of Liverpool Football Club. 43 appearances, no goals, 3 assists though, 1848 total passes and an 85% pass accuracy. How many of them would have been all the way back to the goalkeeper or whatnot? But Jordan Henderson, again, he is reliable as well, 43 appearances in total. But I mean, obviously, to rate him out of 10, what would you give?
Can you go down?
Yeah, I can go down.
Can you go down any further?
There you are.
Can you go down any further?
It only goes to 0, unfortunately, mate.
Failure.
You're going for 0, right?
Oh my God, he's been so bad this season. Like, okay, so we've got 2 of the most chilled, placid players in the entire Premier League in Alisson and Virgil van Dijk. He managed to have an argument with both of them on the pitch. Like, if you're doing that, then you are a prize knob. And for me, he has been the reason why we have been an absolute disaster this season. Like, there's no other explanation than the fact that we have been playing with a player down. Because he does nothing. He doesn't head it. He doesn't tackle. He hasn't won any duels. All he's been in the team for is a decoy run. That's all he's been in the team for, is to do that decoy run where he runs into the box. And then the last couple of games of the season, Aston Villa just went, don't follow him. He's not going to do anything. Yeah. And he ended up with 42 touches in the box in that game. And he did nothing.
So you're saying 0, yeah?
I would happily free transfer. I mean, the guy's been incredible. Okay, like I'm not just throwing him under a bus and saying he's rubbish in that. He's been an amazing player for us. Okay, he's been a brilliant captain, and he's been at the club for too long. Like, he's been at the club 12 years. Like, the guy's had a testimonial already. Like, that's it. Enough's enough. Like, you ain't earning 200 grand for what you do now. I'm sorry.
No, exactly.
Like, you and Thiago can take your £500,000 a week wages out of Liverpool FC because we don't need you anymore. Sorry.
No. Yeah, I mean, obviously, you may go back to Sunderland. You never know. Obviously, he's born and bred there.
I'm gutted they didn't get promoted, because he probably would have. But they got knocked out. They got knocked out, didn't they, in the playoffs?
Yeah. For me, I think 0 is very harsh because I've changed Navigator to 0. I've changed him.
I thought Naby had a better game than him.
I'll give Hendo. I'll give him a 3. I think poor because he has been, to be honest. He's had a few good games, but I mean Klopp uses him in the big games. So 3 for me. But Spencer says 2 or 3. Mr. Conway says 0 for Hendo. Marcus says kind of harsh, not gonna lie. K-Max Savage is coming for you. How dare you say that about his captain?
Redbird, you should check out the show I did with Savage. We definitely did have an argument about him. It's on my channel.
What did you give Hendo, and what did he give Hendo then? When you did you do it?
He was like average for Hendo, and me and Hensman were like 0 and 1.
Well, I've given him a 3. I just can't. I mean, especially when he's been better than Joe Gomez.
He's not been better than Joe Gomez.
Do you not think?
No way. He's not had any good games.
I'll put him as a 2 then. We'll agree on a 2. Is that all right?
How many times has he done that clip ball over to the back post?
Yeah.
And it's never got there.
Mm.
Like, can you imagine if we had Trent there or McAllister? Yeah. How many of those clip balls will be going straight onto the head of Jota, straight onto the head of Nunes?
I'll put him as a 2, all right? Or do you want it as a 1?
You can have 2. You can have 2.
Yeah, fair enough. Okay. Rebbe says, no, he wasn't pleased. Okay, right. Next up is Mr. Oxlade Chamberlain, 13 appearances, 1 goal. And again, he didn't register an assist, not according to the stats anyway. Oxlade Chamberlain, again, I think it's unfortunate that injury that he sustained against Roma in the semi-finals of the Champions League. It really did set him back, unfortunately. But realistically, what would you rate him out of 10 for the games that he played? 13 appearances.
I just give him average. Like, I feel sorry for Ox. Like, we've really needed a midfielder like him for so long, and he's just not being played. Like, I don't know what's happened.
Yeah.
When he came in after, I think it was just before the World Cup, or no, after the World Cup, was it? He was playing like a left winger, wasn't he?
Yeah.
And he did all right. Scored a goal. Like, he's probably the only midfielder we've had in our team in the last 5 years who takes shots
from outside the box. Yeah, from
outside the box.
For me,
I think that's harsh, a 3. I do. I don't think he's been poor. I don't think he's been poor.
I think below average. I'll give him a 4.
Average, below average, yeah. But
below
I would say probably average.
He's
not ripped up any trees, but he's not been terrible.
Yeah.
He's not been to blame for anything.
No, definitely not.
And he runs his socks off. It's unfortunate. I think he'll do quite well if he goes to another club. It'd be good if he went back to Southampton, actually, because that's where he came from, didn't he? And help him come back up again.
Yeah. Kismet says Hendo's been a top pro with us and never back. I'm not saying he's not.
I don't disagree with that. I haven't said that.
Yeah, just obviously we're giving our ratings. And this is the thing, that it would be very, very boring if we all agreed on each and individual rate. And this is why we do these things, to be honest.
By the way, he's not been a top pro. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's get this straight. When the contracts were coming up, and he was told he wasn't getting one, he ran straight to the media, and he got Michael Edwards kicked out the club. Okay, because that's the reason why Michael Edwards left the club, is because Klopp gave Hendo a new contract, gave him a 4-year contract. So he's not been a pro.
Yeah,
he went running to the media about that, and you can look at that if you want, because that happened.
There you are.
Remember, he whinged about it, saying, "Oh, Liverpool haven't offered me a new contract." Yeah, that's not a pro. That's not a captain.
Like I said, these things are just, they're based on each individual rate, and it doesn't mean it's correct or anything. This is just our basis of it. But
he's been shit this season, though. Let's be fair.
Yeah. Well, at the end of the day, if people want to give him if people want to do it themselves and do these player ratings and give Hendo a 6, whatever, that's up to you. But this is just what we've rated him anyway. And I just think, although he is a model professional, I just don't think, other than experience, I really don't think he gives us anything else going forward, to be honest. He doesn't give us goals. He's what, 2 assists. It's for playing the majority of the games this season as well. I think 43 in total.
Did you see one of those assists though? Like, it was a miss hit. Do you remember that one?
Was this another one of his back post ones? And
no, it was in the box. It came right across the box, and he kind of mishit it, and it bounced off his foot and went to, I think it was Salah or Gakpo.
Possibly then, yeah.
Another one. I don't remember.
Oh, that was Spurs, wasn't it? I'm sure it was that in Spurs. Yeah.
Yeah, you remember that one?
I do. Yeah.
I'm not having that as an assist.
Marcus,
Salah, Salah.
He says, I'm sorry, I disagree with you. He was at least better than Thiago. No, fair enough, that's fine. You don't have to agree with me. Honestly, it's absolutely fine. This is just what we think. And it's good if you disagree. It's fair enough. Ox 3, 3.5. Ox 3. Mr. Conway says 3. 4 for Ox is Spencer. Didn't know that, says Kismet. Hendo ain't embarrassed the club. He embarrassed himself. He's been piss poor all season, says Redbird. Wow, Jesus, Redbird straight on there. For Salah versus Arsenal. Oh, Arsenal. I knew it was one of them. I knew it was a London club. Cheers, Kismet, mate. Big up Steve K-Mac and chat. Big up Cedric. Hope you're well. Daz, thumbs up. Cedric from clapping emojis from Redbird. Thumbs up for Redbird from Cedric. Big up Cedric. Big up Cedric, hope you're well today, and thumbs up for John Conway as well. Right, on to number 17, Curtis Jones. It's fair to say his second half of the season was better than than the first half. Curtis Jones, 23 appearances, 3 goals, 1 assist. Bearing in mind the 2 of the goals were against Leicester in the second last away game of the season. But Curtis Jones, I mean, I'll hold my hands up for most of the time that he's been in a Liverpool shirt. I didn't think he offered anything at all. I thought he spent too much time on the ball. Didn't look like a goal threat. Didn't create chances either. But he's proved me wrong, especially in the second half of the season. But I mean, for me, obviously, if you're going to go on first half of the season, I would say Curtis Jones piss poor. But then second half of the season, I would say probably okay. K-Mac, what would you?
What was the pass ratio you had for Jones?
Curtis Jones, pass ratio 91%.
That's every season.
There he was.
That is Curtis Jones's pass ratio.
Yeah,
it's better than Thiago's.
Mm.
He doesn't lose the ball.
Mm.
There's this weird myth about Jones, like delaying passing the ball, holding onto the ball too much. Like, that's what he's told to do. Like, his job is to never lose the ball. And he does it.
Yeah.
Like, I'm a massive Curtis Jones fan. Like, and Steven Gerrard knows his players, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
If Steven Gerrard turned around and says Curtis Jones is going to be world class, Curtis Jones is going to be world class. Yeah. Because if you're rating players off Steven Gerrard, look at Trent.
Mm.
Because Gerrard said that Trent is going to be the world's greatest player, and he's going to be the first Ballon d'Or right back. Like, Gerrard knows his stuff.
He does.
Jones. The only worry I've got now is that Jones might end up getting pushed down the pecking order if they play McAllister on the left. Sorry, my dog's barking.
No, it's all right, mate. Don't apologise. It's fine. What, based on his rating, what would you average it out? Because obviously,
can you scroll up?
Sorry. Yeah, of course, mate.
And also, you've got like 21 games. Like, I would say those other games were probably cup games, weren't they? Or Champions League. Like, they weren't Premier League games because he never got played.
Let me have a look.
He came in. He never left.
Let me have a look.
Very good.
Very good. Right. Okay. Very good. Curtis Jones. So 18 appearances in the league, 2 in the FA Cup, 2 in Europe, and 1 other. So
did he play at home against Napoli?
Yeah, he did, because it was our last game, wasn't it? So yeah.
That's not a bad game to.
Yeah.
We beat
So you're,
Napoli. Like they ain't beaten by anyone this season.
hit that like button. Appreciate that, Marcus. So
I think Jones can really push on like next season.
Yeah.
Like, I really do. I'm happy. I'm happy that he's actually playing, because he has to play. He's not that type of player that comes in like as a sub or like just a game here and there. He's that type of player that needs a running game. Just like I said with Gomez.
Yeah.
Like we haven't got a lot of these players that can just come in and do bits like, like Origi and Minamino and Shaqiri and Lalana, those type of players where they just come in and then go away. We've got a lot of players that need to play, otherwise they're not really effective. Definitely. I think he's one of them.
Fair enough. John Conway agrees with you. He says an 8. Yeah, I think between a 7 and 8 is a fair assumption, to be honest. Especially towards the latter half of the season. I'll stick with a 7. I think 7/8 is fair for Curtis Jones. I think he's definitely no shadow of a doubt. I think he's been our best midfielder this season, to be honest. That says it all. Obviously, when I mean midfield, I mean obviously because we play a midfield 3, don't we? Diaz and obviously Salah and all them can't be counted as obviously our midfielders. So yeah, he's been our best midfielder. So yeah, I'll give him a 7. Let's have a look. We forgot Adrian. Give him a 1. I hate him since the Atletico game. Yeah, there's a reason why I haven't done the Adrian or Kelleher, because I'm basing on players that have played at least 5, that have made 5 appearances this season in all competitions. So Adrian, Kelleher, obviously Calvin Ramsey, Sepp Vandenberg, Nat Phillips haven't played more than 5 games this season, so they won't get a rating.
We can't be too harsh on Adrian. We won our only cup this season because of him.
Yes.
Let's give him some dues. Like, we had 2 goalkeepers injured because of our terrible bloody pre-season, and we had to play Adrian against Man City, and we won. So let's give him some credit.
And their goal should have been disallowed anyway, because it was a foul on Adrian anyway. He had the ball in his hand, so I don't know how that stood. Redbird says Curtis 7. Yep, I've agreed with that as well. Right, okay. Me, signing of the winter transfer window, Cody Gakpo, 26 appearances, 7 goals, 2 assists, 485 passes, and a pass accuracy of 78%. I mean, he has been phenomenal. Obviously, everyone's saying he's the Bobby replacement. Where would you rank Cody Gakpo? And he's don't forget, obviously, came into this Liverpool team who, form-wise, they just weren't there. He came into a poor team. How good of a signing has he been? £37 million in January. Again, we like to get a bargain. Where would you rate Cody Gakpo, mate?
So with the Gakpo thing as well, I think people need to realise that we signed him halfway through.
Yeah.
And he scored like 13 goals in like 21 games.
For PSV, yeah.
So he had form when he came in.
Mm-hmm.
And he came into an absolutely shocking side.
Yeah.
And his first like, I think it was like, was it like 6 or 7 games he didn't even score?
Mm-hmm.
Like, he was terrible. Like, let's make no bones about it. He was terrible for us. I'm surprised his passing accuracy is actually 78%. Because I felt like he couldn't pass the ball at all, for a lot of his games. But he's obviously got better. And he's kind of ended his season how he ended his season with his other club. You know what I mean? His actual 25 games, 7 goals, something like that in the end?
25 appearances, 7 goals, yeah.
That's pretty good, that's pretty good. That's kind of the ratio he had with his other club.
Yeah.
So for me, 7.
7, okay.
Yeah, he wasn't very good because he had like 50-50 really. Like the first 50% of his games he was crap, and then the last 50% he was good.
Yeah, exactly.
For me.
8.5 for Cody Gakpo, 9 says Marcus.
What?
9?
What Cody Gakpo were you watching?
He has more than Anthony, and he joined in January. Anthony's a shocking shocking signing for Manchester United as well. Yeah, I think obviously if we're basing, let me just go back to here. Obviously, we'll give Van Dijk a 7, Milner and Curtis Jones a 7. He's definitely not been worse than them. I mean, he could maybe argue maybe even an 8 for Cody Gakpo. In all fairness, how do you feel about giving him an 8, or are you still going to stick with 7?
How many goals did he score that he was stood on the goal line?
Yeah, true. Yeah.
Okay, an 8.
Mate. Saying that on this thing here, it hasn't actually got Cody Gakpo on because it was at the start of the season. These players have gone. I haven't even got Cody Gakpo, but we'll just say
we'll give him an 8.
Yeah, we'll just give him an 8 anyway. Right. Let me just see if anyone else has put any comments in. Curtis 7, 8 for Gakpo, 7 for Gakpo, says Mr. Conway. Appreciate that, mate.
You can put Ramsey in there for Gakpo. Because you got Ramsey on there.
West Ham goal, yeah, that was a if anything, what's the word I'm looking for when it sort of bounces so many times before it goes in the goal. That was the West Ham.
Sorry, like the goalie was terrible for that.
I mean, it was right.
You can't score a goal. It wasn't even fast.
No,
it wasn't even like a good hit. It was like it took about 10 minutes to get into their goal.
Yeah, it was a bobbler, all right, wasn't it?
But let's be fair.
He seemed to dive. He seemed to dive over it, didn't he?
It was the Man U goal that I liked.
Yeah,
like
that was a quality goal.
That touch and that finish.
Yeah.
Whoa.
I still didn't think we'd score another 6 goals in the second half in that game, though. It just wasn't looking like that at all. But yeah, the West Ham goal, fair enough. Feels like the defenders were everywhere. Yeah, it certainly does. Right, on to our number 19, Harvey Elliott. I mean, surprisingly enough, he made 46 appearances in all competition, 5 goals, 2 assists, 1,340 total passes, and an 83% pass accuracy.
He scored 5 goals?
Yeah, 5 goals in all competitions, yeah.
Blimey.
Yeah.
I know he scored like the 2 in the cup games.
Mm.
I didn't know he scored 5 goals.
Yeah, 5 goals.
I mean, we were terrible with him in the team, but it's not his fault. It's really not his fault. I feel really sorry for the lad. It's like you have a really good season on loan in a championship club, and so did Carvalho, by the way.
Yeah.
So they had 2 really good seasons, these kids, in championship clubs, and then you go back to Liverpool and the clock goes, you know what? You're going to be my midfield.
Yeah, he's not.
But we're not midfielders, and we just had really good seasons up front.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Yeah, he's a right. He's a right-handed sided midfielder, if anything, where Mo plays. So obviously further up the pitch. But he's played a lot of games.
Above average? What's the one above average?
Above average. So you got okay. Okay. Yeah, fair enough.
It's not his fault. I can't blame him for being shit in midfield because he's not a midfielder.
Definitely not.
He's just not a midfielder. Like, it's just not his game.
The chip goal was better. That was against Man United, of course. You're on about for Cody Gakpo. He has the most appearances and he was good. Yeah. 7 says Marcus. 7 for Harvey. 7 for Harvey says Ali. Yeah, big up. Elliot 7 as well. Right. Okay. I think I'm going to agree with you on that one. K-Mac in 6. I think he's had decent games, but obviously it's like you say, it's not his fault. Klopp's played him centre midfield, and he's not a centre midfielder. So I think I'll give him a 6, which I think is fair enough. It's okay. So I think that's fair enough. Thank you to everyone that's commented so far. Right, on to our number 20. Diogo Jota, 28 appearances, 7 goals, more assists than goals, 8 assists, 465 passes, and a 77% pass accuracy for Diogo. Again, injured for obviously the start of the season. Obviously,
465 passes, and 8 of them were assists. That is insane.
Yeah.
Like, I'm pretty sure Trent had more than that in one game.
Yeah.
That is incredible. I didn't know that. That is incredible.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
seriously. Like, and he's not even like Jota's not even in the team as like the structure, as the player that's integrated into the play. He's the guy on the end.
Yeah.
Or the presser. Wow, that is unbelievable. Yeah, 8, very good.
An 8, fair enough. I mean,
he was terrible when he came back in, though. Like, honestly, he kept on falling over.
Well, I mean, at one point, I think it took him to I think it was the Leeds game when we won 6-1. I think that was his first goal back in a Liverpool shirt since the Manchester City game last April. So, I mean, obviously, he was out for 4 months at the start of the season, didn't come back till October, then got a horrible injury later on in October against Man City, and then was out until early to mid-February as well. So he's missed a lot of the season.
He missed the World Cup as well. I feel so sorry for him. That was like the last game before the World Cup finals, and he got injured.
He got injured just before.
He got injured at Portugal, and then he got injured at Arsenal, didn't he?
No, that was Diaz.
No, that was Diaz. Sorry.
Yeah, he got injured.
He got injured at Portugal, didn't he?
No, Man City.
Was it Man City?
Yeah, it was like It was like the 90th minute, I think, as well, when he was running on the left-hand side, and he just pulled up, didn't he? And unfortunate injury. So let me just see what everyone else is saying about Jota. Jota 8, 5, only because he's flying after the Leeds game. Fair enough. Jota's not a playmaker. Most of his passes probably were back in the middle. Yeah, no one's saying he is a playmaker. We know that, but obviously,
8 assists.
Yeah. Jota 8, 4.5 for Jota. Jesus, Daz.
Really harsh.
Yeah. Jota is our best finisher for me. The player never. Yeah, I mean he's quality. I mean,
absolutely.
I mean,
I genuinely have no idea why we signed Nunez. Because Jota should have been that guy down the middle.
He should have been.
Because when Mane went, Jota must have been like, "Oh, great! I'm going to get my chance to play down the middle." And then Nunez comes along. Jota's like, I've been really good. Like, why am I not playing down the middle? And then he gets lumped out on the left again.
But if you look at Jota though as well, I mean, obviously the game against Newcastle at St James's Park, he could have had a hat trick when he came on, but just shows the difference once that confidence and he gets that goal. When he took that, I think anyone else on the left foot, other than maybe Mo, for example, I was so confident when he was on that left foot that he was going to stick that in the back of the net in the 92nd, 93rd minute against Spurs. Yeah. And it just says it all. I think if that was anyone else,
would have done that, by the way.
You what?
I don't think Mo would have done that.
So maybe not.
I think that is a Jota goal every day of the week. And when he was getting closer and closer, you were like, oh my God, he really hasn't got much space left to put that in. But because it's Jota the Slaughter.
Exactly. Redbird, we haven't done Nunez yet. We're going in squad order, so we're up to Jota at the minute, so it's not long now. So yeah, stay tuned for that. K-Mac, what dog have you got, says Daz?
We've got 2. We've got a Chihuini, which is the one that's barking. and I've got a Chihuahua.
Oh, very nice.
Which isn't barking.
Which isn't barking. Harvey 7, Jota gets a 7, says Spencer. Big up, mate. Right, on to the Greek Scouser. That is Kostas Tsimikas, number 21 for Liverpool. 28 appearances, no goals, 6 assists, 695 passes, and 83% pass accuracy as well. So, how do you think the fare? Obviously, 6. Yeah,
he had
6
a good season. He should have played more, to be fair. He had a good season. 7.
7. Right, okay.
A good season for me.
Yeah. Let's have a look.
I'd be interested to see how he plays, how he could play as the centre back on the left, because I think he'd be quite good. I genuinely do.
Did it not worry you that after the last game of this, the last home game of the season, he was in tears? Did that not say to you he's leaving?
I think he's leaving.
Yeah,
I think he's leaving,
which is a shame. What do you make of Rafael Guerrero, who's obviously left Dortmund? Because I think he's gone
to Bayern.
He's gone to Bayern.
He's already signed.
Okay. Fair enough. I was going to say he would be a good
Anyone who
signing.
leaves Dortmund normally goes to Bayern or Bayern.
Yeah, true.
Either goes to Bayern, Man City, or Real Madrid.
Yeah.
Or PSG.
PSG.
That's the only teams they go to.
Harvey, Jota 7, Costa 6 for the work he put in. Fair enough, 6. I'll give him a 6/7 because he was signed as a sub. Left back had a good season. 6, 6, 7, 7. So yeah, I mean, you're sort of spot on there. Came up with your 7, and obviously a few 6s. We'll go with a 7. I think that's fair enough. I think he's been.
I mean,
he
played 28 games and got 6 assists.
Exactly.
As a left back. Let's give him some credit. Like
Costas,
he did exactly what Robinson does.
Well, we'll find out about Robertson in just a second as well.
Yeah.
So there you are. 7, sorry, for Costas, wasn't it? Yeah. So good. There we are. Right. Okay. Let's have a look. Costas 7. Slotterbeck is a good shout. Yeah, I've heard of him as well. Obviously, German international, isn't he? So, yeah. Big up, Marcus. Thank you for that. Okay, so number 23, Luis Diaz, 21 appearances, 5 goals, 2 assists, 570 passes, and an 83% pass accuracy. Obviously, season hampered by injuries, but 21 appearances in all competitions, 5 goals, 2 assists. What do you make of Luis Diaz from obviously the time that he was obviously in the team, mate?
I thought Luis Diaz was going to have an absolute worldie of a season. Like he started on fire, and then he got that injury against Arsenal.
Yeah,
such a shame. I think he was good. Like, and I know, like the last couple of games, he probably wasn't great because he just wasn't fit. But he was still half decent, even though he was 20%.
Yeah,
like unfit. So I would say he was good. Like next season, he's going to have a great season.
Yeah, fantastic. He was probably one of our best players before he got injured against Arsenal as well, wasn't he? So phenomenal.
It was like Mane had never left.
It was.
I mean, what was he like against Man City in the final?
Yeah,
he's like a Tasmanian devil. Like
he was
honestly, he's a bit of a monster. Like he's a street baller. He's a street baller.
So lots of 8s, a few 7s. He was injured most of the season. I don't know, to be honest, 5 or a 6, says Marcus. Okay, fair enough. What you saying, K-Mac? There's a couple of 8s, a 7. 7. Yeah, okay. 7. Yeah, 7. Where are we? Luis Diaz. There we are. Move him up.
He had more passes than Jota, by the way.
Yeah. 7. Yeah, what's that? 570 passes, yeah. And obviously,
I can't get my head around that. I can't get my head around that, by the way.
I know. Yeah, I thought you'd like that stat.
8 assists with 460 passes. That's bonkers, that one.
It is.
I'm using that
again. Just for you again, mate. There you are. 28 appearances, 7 goals, 8 assists, 465 passes, and 77% pass accuracy. So there you are. Diogo Jota himself. Right, on to the Scottish captain, our number 1 left back in Andy Robertson. 43 appearances, no goals, 11 assists, total passes of 2,264 and 84% pass accuracy. Robbo, normally Mr. Reliable, in fairness, but obviously, again, a bit like Virgil van Dijk. Normally, if they have a bad season or an average season, people notice it. And I think maybe, again, Robbo, I don't know what your take on Robbo is for this season, but do you think he's not being his usual Robbo self, has he?
It's a real tough one now because he got 11 assists, which I didn't know.
Yeah.
Which is quite a lot because I think only Trent's got more assists than him. Sorry, him and Salah.
Trent got 10 assists. So, yeah, so second on assists.
So he's been good then, really. I just thought for me, he's not suited to that centre back position, but you know, at the end of the day, you're asking him to play a position which he doesn't play. And
when you look at it,
what do you want?
well, put it this way, K-Mac, obviously for Scotland, he plays that wing back position. Tierney is in the back three, isn't he? So
yeah, he also plays a lot higher up.
Yeah,
like he plays a little bit like a right-sided midfielder. Left-sided midfielder, if I'm honest.
Yeah.
Scotland.
Mm.
And I don't know why we wouldn't just try and push him a bit higher now.
Yeah,
because he's clearly not a centre back.
Yeah,
I don't know.
definitely.
I would just give him. I'd probably just give him a 7 then. Like 11 assists. I didn't know he had 11 assists.
Yeah, 11.
That's quite impressive.
Ali says, I believe Jota and Diaz on the same level. Okay, fair enough. Diaz, he'll be back to the dazzler we love next season. I agree. Diaz 7. I like how Robbo winded up Pickford. He wasn't as good, but I'll give him a 6. Yeah, I love that moment as well. That was quite funny. 6 said Daz for Robbo. 5 for Robbo, says Redbird. 7.5 hard work and Robbo 7.
7.
Yeah, I think 7's fair, especially when we give Simicast a 7, so we've got to give Robbo at least a 7 if we're giving Simicast a 7. So yeah, Robbo, I'll move him up to number 7.
Would you take 50 million if someone bidded 50 million for him?
No, I wouldn't take it.
You wouldn't tell Robbo? He's 29.
No. I know, but who else have we got at the minute? I know obviously Simicast, but what happens if he goes as well? There's no way we're selling both, is there? So and who's available? I mean, I tell you who I would love actually, but I don't know how old he is. I give him he was in my team of the season, Estepinian.
Oh, he's another Brighton player though. He's got.
I know. He's a quality player.
He's got serious sell on him, hasn't he?
Mm.
He's really good. I'd like Levi Colwell, who played for Brighton.
Or Rico Henry of Brentford.
I'm not sure about him. You know,
he's a good player.
I've seen him have some shockers.
He's a good player.
I think Mickey van der Ven is just going to be special.
Yeah,
I really do. I think he is. He's going to be like another Canate, just another one off the conveyor belt. He's only 22 as well.
Yes, 22.
I think that's probably going to be the player we'll go for. That Ignacio guy is good, but I just don't rate their league.
Yeah,
I don't rate their league. I think their league gives you the stats like the Holland league does. I just think it, like, you look at Enzo, like, really? Is Enzo all that? Like,
he's playing in a poor Chelsea side.
I don't know. I think Portuguese players have probably got a bit too much value on them.
Yeah.
Just because of the clubs.
So how many more have we got to rate? We've got 1, 2, 3. We've got 4 more to rate. So up next is number 27. It's the Uruguay international, first season under his belt. Let's not forget, it's his 4th season only in professional football, and that's strange in itself. But 42 appearances, 15 goals, 4 assists in all competitions, 499 passes, and a 70% pass accuracy. I mean, obviously, rival fans have been very, very harsh on him, and especially when you look at that reject in Anthony, who plays on the opposite flank to obviously what Nunes does. It would generally play him on the left. But what would you rate Nunes' first season in a Liverpool shirt?
Good.
Good. So you're saying 7 as well.
I think he's missed a lot of big chances. Like he has 5 shots plus every game. I'm sorry, but if you're having 5 shots plus every game and you're not passing the ball, because if you look at his pass stats,
70%.
He doesn't pass the ball to anyone.
No.
Then you need to be scoring more goals for me. And I think he broke the record for the most big chances missed in a season.
Yeah,
for Liverpool. I think he took that from Benteke.
I think we need to give him time. I think he should be judged on his performances next season. I think once. But
is he going to play though?
Well, I mean, for me, I think he's our 5th choice striker. To be honest,
that's insane. How can you pay 85 million for an Origi? when you had Origi.
Because when you think about it, our starting three next season, I would have thought would be Diaz on the left, Salah on the right, more than likely Cody Gakpo through the middle, or Jota. But then you've got to think either Jota or Gakpo's fourth choice, and then Núñez fifth. So
well, you look at the stats on Jota. Like Jota could get more goals than him. Like, he played half the games. It's an interesting one.
Yeah, Robbo gets a 7, Elliot 7, Jota 9, says Kismet. Big old mate.
I mean, if you really want to be critical about Núñez, if he'd have took those 2 chances against Bournemouth and Man City, we'd have been in the Champions League. And let's be honest, like he missed absolute sitters. Like he was 1-on-1 with the goalkeeper. Like they were both winning goals. Like give them to Salah, he's knocking them away all day of the week. Give them to Jota, he's knocking them away all day of the week.
Yeah, I mean,
they're just 2 games. Like there's many more, but they're just 2 games.
There's many more. I remember that chance. I think it was later on in the season where Trent, I think it was lovely chipped left foot pass into his path, and I think he tried to hit it first time and just completely mishit it as well. And it was late on the plate. He could have taken a touch. He could have taken a couple of touches and finished it, but he didn't. And I mean,
it looked like Sunday League football. Some of them, some of them were that bad.
Yeah,
like some of the chances he got where he get the ball in the box and he's completely unmarked on his own, and he'd need about 5 touches to get it under control. You're like, just hit the ball.
Yeah,
and then he'd do those stupid shots that are just like, you ain't scoring from there. Like, and that's the difference between a Salah, a Mane, and a Bobby Firmino. For me, is they won't take those shots because they know that's just going to be a goalkeeper. It's just a waste of time.
Yeah,
like, and they'll take another touch or they'll pass the ball and they'll get into a better position
and try and
and that's the difference. If
hopefully
if he can get that, then he's going to be a 30 goal a season striker.
Having said that, I mean, having said that, 15 goals in his debut season is still not bad either, though, is it?
But you have to look at those. You have to look at those goals, though. Did any of those goals win us games? I'm not sure.
West Ham won.
I remember many of those goals won us games.
I think he scored 2 against Southampton when we won 3-1, so that won us games as well.
2 against Man United.
2 against
2 against Southampton. 2 against Man United. That's 4 already.
2 against West Ham.
He got 1 against. Did he get 1 against Everton? Or was that one of his assists?
He got the assist for Salah goal, and then
which I don't think was meant to be for Salah, by the way. that was just hitting the ball. Like I can't go any further. I'm just going to hit it.
Yeah,
I don't really understand that goal. You could watch that a million times.
Yeah,
and you still don't know what Pickford was doing.
Like I said, like K-Max said, if you give Salah 50 chances a game, he'll get numbers. Should we apply the same logics to Núñez? Well, we'll have to wait and see what happens next season, won't we?
You need to look at the stats on Trent as well. Trent put so many chances in for Núñez. Everyone was slating Trent. Trent did his job. Trent did exactly what Trent is in the team to do this season. And it's to create. And he created so much for Núñez. It's just Núñez didn't score any of it.
Yeah.
Okay, that's it. We're done with Núñez.
So you said 7, yeah?
7.
Fair enough. Klopp took Núñez out every game. Yeah, I mean, he hasn't played a full 90 minutes yet in a Liverpool shirt as well. My top 3 would be Jota, Núñez and Salah. Right, okay, fair enough. Kismet says, guy is young, he's lived his whole life in hot climate, ends up in England where it's 1 month for good weather. I think also you have to look into consideration, like I say, it's his 4th season in professional football, doesn't speak the language, so obviously it's difficult to pick up, but obviously he's had Thiago trying to explain tactics, etc. And obviously used to a new system as well. I think we've got to give him time. I really do. But I mean, even still, 15 goals isn't a bad return in his first season where he's not played a full 90 minutes in a Liverpool shirt as well. So we've got to give him his credit. He's only young.
That's why he's good.
Yeah,
that's why he's really good for me.
Look at how many minutes he's played, says Ali. Exactly. Look how long we stuck behind. Yep, exactly. The guy's been with us for years, and he's displayed at the end of the season with the best he's done for us. Núñez needs one season isn't enough. Yeah, not a problem at all. Got to go, guys. Good night. Big up, Marcus. Thanks for tuning in, mate. As always, legend, please make sure you are hitting that like button and subscribing to the channel if you are new. Okay, number 28, Fabio Carvalho, 22 appearances, 3 goals, no assists, registered in the Premier League. I feel a bit sorry for Fabio Carvalho. We obviously mentioned him earlier on, didn't we, as well? But rating out of 10 for Fabio Carvalho?
Same as Elliot. Okay. He's
Okay.
been playing a position that isn't natural to him. Like, he's done okay. Yeah.
So okay.
We don't really need to talk much about Fabio, do we? Because
no,
he's a bit of a moot point, really. He'll get sold.
Yeah, I think obviously it'd be that sweetener for Sabatzlai, isn't it? So
that'll be him, I think.
Yeah, so 6. Okay, let me just go through the rest of these comments quickly. Dog agrees. Carvalho 6. Yeah. Salah played every game and scored 1 goal per 180 minutes after 6 years. 6 for Fab. Fabio not given a chance, to be fair. 6. Evening to Doug, mate. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're enjoying your little holiday as well. Hopefully everything's good. I think you're in Inverness, aren't you, mate? So hopefully you've had the nice weather as well, which I know you have because you've mentioned it. Big up, Doug. Yeah, so big up to yourself and the lovely Rebecca as well, mate. Right, 2 more to go. Big Joel Matip, 21 appearances, 2 goals, 0 assists. It didn't give me a pass accuracy or total passes completed for Joel Matip. But 2 goals in all competitions and 21 appearances. What have you made of Joel Matip? Do you think he does move on this season?
No, because he's got a year left. I think he'll probably just let him leave and probably go to play in Saudi Arabia next year and get a good paycheck. I think he'll just leave on a free transfer. I think he's been below average for me.
Below average, yeah. I mean, obviously Matip, we signed him on a free anyway, so it doesn't make a difference if he stays or not, does it really?
Circle of life.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Couldn't said it better myself, and I think the dog agrees again there. Let's have a look. Hey,
I'm probably going to only be on for about another 8 minutes because the dogs are going mental now.
Yeah, no problem. We've only got 1 more anyway. So 6 for me, 7 for Carvalho, 6.5. Big up, Doug. 6 for Matip. Hello, guys. Just got back from my walk plus 2 lads on bikes trying to scare us. She was on me on his funeral stage strong. Just want to say thank you for it. Not a problem at all, mate. Always here if you need me, mate. Dugout, hello, sir. 5 for the giraffe. Matip 6. Salah is the goat, but Fez, how many mins Nunes played? You've got to take that into account as well. Yeah, completely agree. Right, on to the last one. Trent Alexander-Arnold, 47 appearances, 4 goals, 10 assists, 2,847 passes and a 79% pass accuracy as well. How would you rate Trent's rating out of 10? What would you give Trent?
So I'm going to rate Trent how Klopp plays him because you can't rate him as a right back because even Klopp said it. He's not a right back. That's not his job.
Yeah.
Can you scroll up? Sorry.
Yeah, of course. So there we are.
Very good.
Very good.
Very good because the start of the season he was a bit flaky, not just as a right back, but he was also a bit flaky with a lot of his other play. I think he's been very good. You can't say he's been any better than Canate. You can't.
No, you're right.
He's not been as good as Salah or Alisson. No. And kind of Bobby just sits in there because he's just been fantastic, against everyone. Yeah, so I would say 8.
8, right? Okay.
Trent though, I can't believe we've got the best midfielder in the world and probably haven't had him for the last 5 years, and we've been playing him as a right back.
Exactly.
It's just beyond me. And just think about this, and this is just really simple. Can you imagine if we played Trent and Thiago for the last 2 seasons together?
Yeah.
As a pivot. As a double pivot. Can you just imagine that?
Crazy. Absolutely crazy.
And they haven't played together in a double pivot ever. Just get your head around that one because I can't. That's how stubborn Klopp is.
Let me just, because I didn't put Nunez's on either there. Oh, Matip. That's bad of me. Right. We give Nunez a 7, didn't we?
Yeah, we did. Yeah, he's good.
Nunez a 7. Matip will give what did we give Matip?
We gave him a 6.
6.
Everyone gave him a 6 in the end, didn't they?
Yeah.
Oh
6.
no, it was a 4.
4, was it? Right. Okay.
No, below average. I gave him.
Yeah, 4. Cool. So that is it. Obviously,
we got the manager.
Manager? No, the manager's not on. But what would you give Jurgen Klopp?
Oh my god, absolutely pathetic this season.
Pathetic, right? Okay.
Seriously, like
a 1.
Honestly, he's been like it feels like it feels like last season he went through so much emotion, a bit like the fans as well, let's be honest.
Yeah.
Like, he went through so much emotion that he went on holiday and I don't think he came back to work.
No.
Like, I genuinely don't think he come back to work. I think he just literally just let all of his staff do what they want, gave pre-season to Pep Linders, and Pep Linders started signing players, because a lot of the players that we signed, they look like Pep Linders signings, like a Gapco and a Nunez. He was in Portugal, he was in Holland. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, fair enough.
And you've got these little tiki-taka kids like Elliot and Carvalho playing, which is kind of the football that Pep Linders wants to play. And it just feels like when FSG came over during the West Ham and the Bournemouth game,
yeah,
light bulb came on. Klopp got dragged in an office, and Billy Hogan probably said, "Yeah, you probably can get a sack if you carry on like this, mate." And he just went, "Okay, have you got any ideas?"
Yeah,
he's like, "Maybe play Trent a bit further forward."
Yeah, exactly.
maybe start playing some non-high line football with defenders that can't defend high line anymore.
Yeah,
and change things up, and we kind of got ourselves back on track again, and we nearly scraped it. But big changes next season are needed.
Yeah, I think we had nothing to lose. I mean, where we're position wise, I mean, it was very much a case of the season was pretty much over in sort of early March anyway, wasn't it? And just managed to get a few results, got some momentum going. Obviously, teams in and around us were losing, and there was that small percentage of a chance that we could have got Champions League football, but it wasn't to be.
It's a weird one as well, because and it worries me in a way, but then I'm not that worried anymore because things have happened. But it was like Milner said that Jurgen tried to keep him. Like Milner said, well, Jurgen wanted to keep me, but it was the board that got rid of me. So I'm like, I'm happy with that. That means decisions are being made above his head. And now Henderson's linked with West Ham. That's something that I like, because that's something that should happen.
Yeah,
like, you know what I mean. And then it's the case of all these players that we're linked with, all these, some of the signings now. It's like, that's the old Liverpool. That's the way we ran things. So definitely. It's like, it's got to a stage where it's probably like, we're going to fall off here. Newcastle again, Newcastle, Brighton, Brentford.
Yeah,
these teams, Aston Villa, these teams are going to catch us if we don't start changing things around. And
definitely,
I think the future looks a bit brighter. And the fact that Nunez got dropped, Elliot got pulled out of the team, they were decisions that had to happen, and they were. So
I agree.
For me, he's been terrible this season. He has to take a lot of the blame.
Yeah.
Sit here and start going, oh, well, I've got this midfielder, and I've got this midfielder, and I've got this. Two of them aren't even midfielders. And the other two are injured. So there's 4 players that aren't in the midfield.
True, very true. But that is the end of the show this evening. Thank you very much to K-Mac, obviously, for coming on. Obviously, just quickly go through what we've gone for then. So we've got Ali and Mo, number 10 out of 10 world class. We've got Bobby Firmino cut above 8, which is very good. Konate, Diogo Jota and Trent. We've got 7s, which is good for Van Dijk, Milner, Jones, Tsimikas, Diaz. Robbo and Nunes. 6 is okay. Harvey Elliott and Carvalho. Average is 5. We haven't given anyone average. 4 below average. Fab, Thiago, Ox, and Matip. 3 is poor. We haven't given anyone a poor. 2 piss poor is Gomez and Hendo. 1 pathetic. We haven't given anyone, and 0 failure. We've given Naby Keita. So that's been our ratings. I hope you have enjoyed it. K-Mac, hope you've enjoyed it, mate. Just shout out your channel, and thank you as always for coming on, mate.
No, it's been great, and big up everyone that's in the chat. And if you are in the chat and you haven't subscribed, please do so. Great channel, brilliant content. And yeah, if you want to check me out, you can check out K-Mac channel. It's K-MACK. If you type that into your search engine, you'll probably find my SoundCloud and my Beatport and my Spotify and everything else that I do music wise as well. But every couple of days, every couple of weeks, I do football chats. I'll probably get you on sometime, Steve, as well.
Yeah, definitely, mate. No problem. All right. No problem at all.
And up the Reds next season.
Definitely. Great stream, guys. And thanks, guys. Take care, all. Up the Reds. Big up. And K-Mac, if you're about on Tuesday at 7 p.m, I'm doing the Darwin Nunes debate as well. Obviously, is he good enough for LFC? If you want to come on board for that, you're more than welcome.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
No,
I'll be doing some digging on Darwin as well.
But that is it for tonight for both myself and K-Mac. I hope you have enjoyed the show. Please make sure you do go over and like the stream, subscribe to the channel, and also go and subscribe to K-Mac's channel as well. But for myself and K-Mac, that is it for this evening. Hope you've enjoyed it. And until Tuesday night at 7 p.m, we've been your hosts. Enjoy the rest of the evening. Cheers, everyone.